Hey everyone, it's Bryce Root with the Root Group. Just parking here. We're getting ready to jump out and get some Java. Today is the pilot episode of Cash and Coffee. We're going to be talking shop with the king of cash flow. He is amazing. He and I work with that. He is Larry Hebert. He and I work with a variety of clients, but he is the cash flow and operations guru that you want to talk to if your business is either maybe needing to turn things around or you're wanting to scale. So that's why we work together. We help do that, and we're going to tell you all about all sorts of behind the scenes stuff that we see. Maybe some of the horror stories, maybe some of the success stories. So stay tuned. We'll be talking real soon.
I've been on a long road.
Okay everyone, got my coffee, I'm good to go. So I'm going to be meeting up with Larry Hebert. He is basically a cash flow operations guru here in the Santa Cruz region, and we work together quite a lot. And so I'm going to plop down this camera and you're going to get a sneak peek into the kind of behind the scenes of what we deal with on a daily basis. So everyone, I want to introduce Larry Hebert. Hi Larry.
Hi Bryce, how are you?
So basically we're lucky to be sitting here with him. Larry, what do you do in a 10-second nutshell elevator pitch? What do you do?
I help people increase their profits and most of all retain their cash to run their business and their operations so they can be successful.
Awesome. What types of businesses do you work with?
I work with retail businesses, I've done manufacturing, I have service businesses. Those are generally the three that I work with.
Excellent. So today, this is the pilot. This is the first episode of Cash and Coffee. And we're going to talk detail and really talk shop, and you get to sit in on all this. Mm-hmm.
It seems like on the internet or the Facebook, you can target particular groups.
Highly specific.
Highly specific. Yeah. And the ability to generate sales from that group, if you're meeting a need they have, is probably much greater. And I would think on the internet, you have almost an unlimited amount of people that can tap in somehow to Facebook or Instagram. Mm-hmm. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, from a cash flow perspective, the potential return you can get on your investment is much greater, and the opportunity to generate better revenues and better cash flow is much greater. Mm-hmm. So that's why I always recommend them to you, but when I'm talking, I try to explain from a generic point of view the difference between them, and most people don't know. They almost feel obligated. They have to put something in traditional marketing, a magazine ad, a paper ad, almost feel obligated, and you're right, to get tied into these contracts, and they can't get out of them. It just eats their money up.
I'm not a big fan of spending a whole lot on marketing. Like, you do need to spend some money, but with a newspaper, magazine, whatever, like traditional media, those are primarily meant to market to the masses.
Right.
So out of those masses, maybe 20% of them are your target customer, and then you're relying on them, like actually seeing that episode or that news story or that issue, turning to the page, seeing your ad, and then the creative part of it kicks in. Like the headline and the visuals have to kick in, because you're relying on them finding that issue, turning to that page, seeing your ad, and actually spending seconds looking at it, and then that convincing them to jump in their car and to go find parking in maybe a place that has no parking, pay for parking, and then walk into your store.
And isn't there a thing about impressions that a potential buyer needs to see something 3 or 4 or 5 times? So if it's a newspaper, it gets thrown away after one day. If it's on the internet, it can go on multiple times a day or multiple days in a row. And the chance all of a sudden, I really need to get this. I've seen it 5 times, and I do need a new pair of running shoes, or I do need this.
That's the beauty of, I'm a big proponent of Facebook and Instagram ads just because it's so damn cheap.
Yeah.
For literally $1 a day, you can always have content that really hits home with your target customer, always in their feed. And they may see it 5 times in a given week, and that's $7 that you've spent.
Yeah.
And just to give you guys an example of how targeted it can be, you can target, like, say, a CrossFit fanatic that is also a foodie because of their diet that they try to kind of always stay kind of, I guess, stay addicted to or have as part of their program or regimen.
And they're very committed when they do that. People in that, they are very committed to that. So it's a
Yeah.
great point. Yeah.
So you could basically have an ad and have it based on the address of all the CrossFit operations in your area, like maybe a 1.5 mile radius of each CrossFit location, and then also like what type of grocery store that they shop at, the age, the household income of that person, how many kids they have, what other activity that they do. Maybe they also do yoga. You can have all that. So only those people, maybe Facebook and Instagram, they have all this intel. You could also throw in like people that have bought workout clothes.
Right.
And so you could only have your ad go to those people
So what
for
percentage?
$7 a week.
What percentage
which
of
is
the people
incredible.
that you work with initially know that or use that?
I'd say
'Cause
maybe it's
my clients, zero.
it's
They don't
pretty
know.
damn close
they
to
don't
that.
know. I mean, they may have a Facebook ad, but the analytics of it and where they put it,
Yeah.
sometimes they just throw it on Facebook and they wonder why they don't get
Most
anything.
people have a bad experience with Facebook, but with Facebook ads. But there's so much that goes into it. It's not only the headline, the copy, the video. Hopefully you use video.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's all those things that go into that ad
Right.
to convince that person as they're thumbing through their feed to click. But the beauty of how inexpensive these ads are is that you can have that constantly in their feed, whereas traditional media, it's like a one-off.
Right.
And I don't know, depending on who your target customer is, like maybe if you're trying to reach retirees, they read newspapers, so maybe that's where you should be spending some time. Yeah, we've seen some crazy stuff in terms of what we walk into, and many times it's just something little that one little change that can like change it up, and like they can be on the road to recovery super easily. So little stuff, but you heard it here. We have more of these episodes coming soon, but we're gonna just drink more coffee and we're gonna talk details so you can listen in on kind of behind the scenes and get some valuable information that can hopefully change your business. So we have a barking dog here, so we'll see you guys soon.
See you, everybody.
Bye, you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.